Record. Okay, welcome to Grue, and it's so happy to finally meet you and see your face. We've been talking online for what about a
Yeah,
couple
I think
weeks
it's like a
now?
couple of weeks. Yeah, it's a couple,
Yeah,
maybe more like around 10 days or something. But I'm
yeah,
I'm
yeah,
really
yeah.
happy. I'm really happy you reached out. I'm happy to be here. Thank you for for having me and getting talking about what's up, basically.
Of course, definitely, yeah. I mean, you seem like a really fun guy, really a really nice person. So
Yeah,
I
do
am
I?
really
Is it a
looking
positive or a negative thing?
nah,
you
nah,
know?
it's a really good it's a really
Yeah.
good thing to be awesome.
Oh, yeah, when we put it like that, it is. Yeah. Yeah.
So I wanted to ask you, like, what drew you to this world? Like, what made you want to get involved with acting?
All right. This is a very very interesting question because sometimes I find myself pondering upon that question and I'm like, why am I doing this, But
Okay.
I feel like it was like a process, It wasn't like there was never a day in which I was like, this is what I want to do. It's always
Mhm.
something that, kind of builds in time, and then you find that ability to express yourself in the arts personally in a way that I couldn't find anything else that would let me go there with parts of myself that I wouldn't normally explore in my daily life as me as a person.
Yeah.
So yeah, I mean, if we're talking about physical aspects of it, I was very young with theater, Um then middle school, high school period, I kind of stopped on a regular basis. I stopped doing it like regularly.
Okay.
I was it was more like of a short courses here and there, like just to be there, but not having the full time commitment because of school. I couldn't do it time wise. So yeah, I've always like believed. I've always though. I mean, now I'm back at it. Like I'm back at it full time. So uh, I've always felt like this empathetic side of me, and
Mhm.
um this urge to say things,
Okay.
uh I this urge to be heard in a way, you
Yeah.
know
Yeah,
and not even on a
definitely.
personal level. It's just like telling stories. I don't actually think there's a difference between your story and other people's. So we're all there in the same boat at the end of the day, right?
Oh yeah, for sure.
Yeah. I don't know if that answered your question, but
Oh, it
uh,
definitely did. Yeah.
yeah.
And I since I came on late, I've even forgot to say your name. So can you tell us what your name is?
Oh yeah, of course. It's Enea. Enea. Yeah, it is. And I know it's pretty when I say my name to people, um, they go like, excuse me, because it's a little it comes from mythology, right? It's
Nice.
yeah, so I mean I'm Italian, so that's why I have that name. So
I kind of figured the way with your first and last name, I figured you were Italian. That's what I am too. I'm
yeah. Oh,
100%
yeah.
Italian. So
Yeah. So I mean it's
cross isn't really my last name. It was that when I started doing it, like the interviews, the show, I have
mhm.
like a full Italian last name, and no one could say it, so I just
Oh,
shortened it to
trust me, I
Cross
know
because
what you're
that's the
saying.
street I live on.
Yeah, yeah. I know exactly how you feel. I am, I am, you know, and then is you know, um, it's involved with like the history of Rome and mythology wise. So that's basically where it comes from. I have no idea why my mom and dad chose that, and I'm happy they did because I'm really happy to have that name. But every
Yeah.
time I'm here, in the U.S., I'm like, that's my name, and people take like a second to realize what it is. But yeah,
Nah, it's an awesome name. I really love it. Like
yeah, I
you
appreciate
definitely have a
it.
great name.
Excuse me. Yeah, when I got your email, at first I saw your name and I was like, oh, he's Italian. Like
Yeah,
he has something to do with it at least. So
yeah,
I was like,
definitely.
yeah, we're with friends here.
Yeah,
We're with friends. We're
definitely.
with friends. Yeah.
So you're a Greek god then, right?
Right. About that. I don't I mean they give me a name associated with it, but I don't, I don't let's be humble here. But I mean I see what I see where you're coming from. I see where you're coming from. Yeah, yeah.
Yeah, there you
I have this like weird ass nose, guys. Like
go.
it's
I
like and that kind of brings me
it's an
back.
Italian thing.
Is it? Yeah.
The Italians all have the noses that are bigger than anyone else's.
Yeah, right. I don't, but when I was very young, I used to be like very blonde. Like my hair was like white blonde.
Oh wow.
And for like my traits and like hair and like my eyes, everybody would always think I was like German or like, from Northern Europe. And I'm like, I'm actually
Gotcha.
not, guys. So, yeah, yeah.
Well, you have very nice hair too.
Oh, thank you. I don't have any credit for those though. Like I don't I don't do anything. It's just like that in the morning, literally. People ask, what do you use? What do you use? I'm like, I don't use anything. I'm just like that.
Oh wow, really?
Yeah. I actually use
Okay.
stuff. I actually use stuff to make it less, like to give it less volume. Because otherwise I don't, it would be too much like to see.
Well, yeah,
I
it's
yeah,
probably gonna hang
yeah.
all the way over your eyes,
Yeah,
right?
because it's weird because it's not like they're sort of big, the curls.
Uh-huh.
So like they're heavy and like they would just like hang and like I wouldn't see anything. So I need to put things to just like be able to see to get through to my daily life. you know?
Yes.
Yeah. Yeah.
Nice. So it looks like your first role is a horror movie, right?
It
And you're
is.
part of Demon Hunter Time to Kill. And
Exactly.
just a few days ago I had the lead actress from the movie on my show and she talked about it, Lisa Wilcox, who's best
Hmm.
known as Alice from A Nightmare on Elm Street 4 and
Yes.
5.
Yes.
So tell
It
me about how you got involved with this.
okay, right. So I first of all, I'm very proud to have been able to just be part of that show, that movie, because um, it was just a great experience. A very like pressure-free set, amazing
Mhm.
people, and so, anyways, I first auditioned. I don't remember exactly the period, like the specific date, but I think it was March, around the end of March, I guess, or maybe March, May, probably that. I just literally auditioned out of the blue like that, and sending my headshots and everything, and then after a couple of weeks, I hear back from Leona, the producer,
Yeah.
one of the producers, and they were like they told me they were interested in everything, and so I went through the other the whole process of the depending on what the movie is. There's like more or less steps before you get to the final call. So I did a couple self tapes for different roles. I actually did an audition for the role I got, um, and yeah, around I feel like right before summer started, mm, they told me, okay, you got that role, and I was like, yes.
Nice.
And
Nice.
so that's basically how I got involved. I didn't though. It was one of those things that happens just like that. I didn't, I firstly sent my application, not even exactly knowing, to be honest, what I was auditioning for. And then it just happened. And I'm really glad it did. You know, Also, I feel, horror movies, independent horror movies are a very cool place to be.
Oh my God, yes.
They
That's
are.
awesome.
They are. Yeah. So yeah, I'm so happy that happened because I I I got to be on set. Actually, I was supposed to be on set for longer,
Really?
But yeah, not. But then I had issues with like my school, because my classes and the way I could make those together work with the shooting dates. So they were kind
Okay.
enough. They were kind. I talked to them, and they were kind enough to condense my things in like 10 days. And so it was intense. It was very intense, and but that's what I was there for. So I was like, all right, guys, let's do it. You know,
Nice.
yeah,
And you're playing the role of Jay, right? So can you
yes,
tell us a little bit about who Jay is?
gladly, gladly. I'm in love with Jay. I am Jay. Like
So
I
you're in love with yourself, right? No,
I
I'm only joking.
well, I mean, yeah. Let's face it. Like I no, but but jokes aside, I am. So Jay and we have a very. I also find it weird to say Jay and I like as two different people, because the moment
Yeah.
you get the part, you are that
Oh
person.
yeah,
So
definitely.
so I feel, but now I had to I had to let go of him, because it ended and everything, So I can talk about. I feel comfortable talking about it in third person. So he he we have like a very common. I don't know how to say, like, there's that part, his approach to like things,
Hmm.
that nerdy aspect of him, that his into horror stuff, in the sense of like uh this is probably a part that I created, for me, for his mind,
Okay.
and this interest in um how things work, and like the type of person that you would talk to, and they would talk to you about literature and history for like a day or two straight, and so there's this. I perceive him as a very naive figure for a lot of ways, kind of like not accepted for what he is, and I kind of like relate to that in a lot of aspects of my life, but that's what makes us human, humans. So, and that's also when I got when I got the email that they wanted to offer the role of Jay, I read the description, I was like, that's literally me, guys. So like I'm like, I'm ready for this, because I was really happy to have like a big part of my personality in it,
Yeah,
because you
definitely.
know so yeah, I'd say in the movie, then you see when it comes out, but I have I have it's sort of like my pillar in life is my best friend there, that is there with me in the movie, not me as a person, me as a character.
Oh yeah, yeah.
So yeah, yeah, and like so basically Jay, he just like he is there's you can see how that is important to him in an
Mhm.
environment in which he doesn't know the people he's with in the first place. The only one who that he knows is his best friend, and I could see why that was so important for him as a person, that never probably felt the never allowed himself to be what he is around the people, because society usually doesn't, you know how it
Yeah,
works, like when you're too
exactly.
much. I find it controversial sometimes, when you're too much yourself, you're criticized. When you're not yourself, you're criticized anyways. So
Oh yeah, sure.
yeah, so but that was very cool. I was really happy to have I don't, no spoilers here, but
Well, yeah.
I kind of got through the end of it character wise. So, you know, um, and then I build connections in it for the circumstances that the movie kind of has. Jay is forced to face things he was never ready to face,
Uh-huh.
because that's the least that he could expect from it. Not being, I don't want to, I don't know what I can talk about or not,
Well,
but
yeah, yeah, exactly.
like, there's this aspect in which like she's not actually convinced to do what he does in the first place, to go where we go in the movie,
Hmm.
and then things happen, and there's no other option than doing things you don't want to do. So that I found really compelling for me to do also as a challenge, you know.
Nice, nice.
So yeah, that's Jay basically. It's me, guys.
Awesome.
I told you, it's literally I remember I talked to my mom when I got the role, and I was like, Mom, I am gonna film a movie as me, basically. Like I'm literally me. And that's something that it doesn't happen all the time. It's not
Oh
actually
yeah,
it's not actually, I mean, there's a part of ourselves in each character we play, of course, because we are, the character is us, but we are the character. So
it's
uh,
true.
but that was particularly evident for me. Yeah.
All right, okay. And when I was talking with Lisa, like she was, I asked her a question. It was funny because I know you're a big horror fan too,
Oh
and
yeah, totally.
yeah, and she was laughing. I said you went from playing Alice, who battles a demon, and
Mhm.
Freddy, and now you are the demon.
Yes, I actually I watched the interview you posted with her,
Yeah,
and I saw her and I was like, yeah, that's funny. That's funny. Uh, and I unfortunately I so basically the movie has like two different like lines of plot
yeah.
that though are very connected. Um and so Lisa is in one of the lines and I'm in the other one. So
Oh,
basically we were never together on
gotcha,
set.
gotcha.
Like we were I only basically I saw her on set the last day that I was on set because I at the end of the 10 days I was on set. So unfortunately we couldn't like get to know each other that
Yeah,
much. So
exactly.
but I'm really glad that we um exchanged a few words at least before I had to leave set.
Oh,
So
okay, good. At
yes.
least you got to say hi.
No, yeah, totally. I was really happy about it, and I honestly cannot wait to see the whole movie because I there's I didn't personally have that because we mainly shot outside and but I saw Lisa had a lot of green screen work, so I'm really happy to see what they do with it. Honestly, to see
Oh
how
yeah,
it comes, how it comes out. Yeah. So
nice, nice. Where did you guys film at for this?
I filmed in Kentucky for
Oh
the
wow, okay.
whole yes, for the whole duration of my part in set. I know there are I'm not sure, I might be saying not true things, but uh, uh I think there's a part of it that is being shot in Ireland as well because half of the production is actually Irish. So um we had a producer from here, but like they moved the set to here.
Mhm.
So we filmed in near Louisville, the area, basically in Kentucky, and it
Nice,
was really cool. It was
nice.
really cool. I was never uh the only parts of the US I've been to were, I mean, New York, of course, because I live here,
Well, yeah.
and Florida, but not the oh, it was always cities, right? So I was in Kentucky, and I remember, this is a fun fact, and I want to tell you. I actually I randomly was on the same plane from here to Louisville with another actor from here that worked on the movie. So we got picked up from the airport in Louisville,
Okay.
and we didn't know each other, right? So uh, we were sitting across each other on the plane. And when we saw each other getting on the
Oh.
same car for the movie, we're like, "Oh, that's you." I'm like, "Oh, you're involved in this too." And and we were like, and we were, we started getting to know the person who picked us up, and we were like, "All right, we're gonna do it in the woods of Kentucky," and that's amazing. So it was a very, from the beginning to the end, a very like great experience, professionally but personally, making connections, friends, and everything.
Oh, definitely.
Yeah, yeah,
Nice,
totally.
nice. And what do you like doing during your free time when you're not involved with auditioning for films and getting
Mhm.
chased by demons?
Yes. Yeah. Um, you mean like what I would like to do, what I do?
Yeah,
And
like what do you like doing? Like what
right,
kind of stuff do you like
right.
doing?
Okay, so I study acting as
Hmm.
well as a part of my college experience. And
Nice.
so I am most of my days are being taken by it. Uh
Yeah, yeah.
I do of course have free time because I mean we need that in life. But
Yeah.
so I'm that links to Jay and the nerdy part of it. I'm a little bit of a nerd for some things.
Oh,
So
nice.
I really like aviation as like a whole, like airplanes in the sense of like, of how they work and everything. So I just like
Yeah,
I
definitely.
have professional flight simulators I use.
Oh,
And
wow.
yes, and it takes a while. So like it's not something that I would normally do like when I have like a spare hour because that wouldn't be enough. Um, but I'm into that as well. And honestly, it's very hard to like hang out with friends beside
Oh,
after
school.
school because we
Yeah,
all live in different parts of the city and everything. But
yeah.
when I can and I have like a spare hour or something, I'm just like I hit them up. I'm like, yo, let's go out, let's do something because here I'm going crazy in my room,
Well,
and
yeah, exactly,
yeah,
exactly.
so yeah, and it's kind of stressful sometimes. Like yesterday, I had an audition and I had a friend help me with that as a reader,
Nice.
and and after that, after a couple of takes, we were like, this is too much to do. It's not this. Let's just do something else for now. Because like sometimes you just need to just like unplug your brain
Well,
because
yeah, of course.
you get like self-conscious about the things that you do unless you
Mm,
just do something else at a point.
right.
So yeah, I'm chased by demons and I fly planes. That's literally what I do. Telling you.
And like when we're talking, we talked a lot about horror movies. So, what are some horror films you love to watch, especially during Halloween season?
Hmm. Have you? I have a question. Have you watched Smile the movie?
You know, I
Or
didn't yet. I want to see it.
okay,
I
okay. So
I
I'm not
really
gonna
want to see
talk about it. I'm not gonna talk about it. But so I watched that twice at the movie theater.
it.
Uh,
Nice.
just because I was like I want to go be scared again. So I just went. I I'm a Conjuring go to. Like
Yeah, I love
I
those films.
I it's been a while now, but I love those two movies. I think I prefer the first one or the second one because the first one has less like it's less explicit in some ways,
Yeah,
and
yeah.
that freaks me out because like when I don't see what's happening exactly, that's when I get scared. Okay, so
Okay, okay.
so like the uncertainty of like what it is that causes things or phenomena, or like it's just
Yeah,
like
exactly.
that's what sort of like paranormal activity, like
Mhm, mhm.
I can't watch paranormal activity without being scared. I can't watch it alone. I'm all those angles, camera angles, and like you know what I'm saying, like in the
Oh,
corners of the
definitely.
kitchen
Yeah.
and things. And like when I watch horror movies I try to debunk it as a person in the industry, so I'm like, so this was filmed like that, so like don't be scared because behind that there, like I try to call myself, but it doesn't work. So yeah. And I mean, I've been trying to watch The Haunting of Hill House on Netflix.
Oh, yeah, the series. Yeah,
I am
yeah.
not able to get through the second or third episode. And I was so overly confident when it came out
Hmm.
years ago. I was like, yo, I've watched every horror movie here. That's gonna be nothing to me. And I
Right.
couldn't get past the second episode because
It's
it
a
just
creepy
gave me,
series.
yes, a lot of horror movies I like. I'm
Hmm.
scared, I'm intrigued, but then I'm able to separate that from my own personal life. A
Oh,
Haunting of
yeah,
Hill
yeah.
House, I'm telling you, that stayed with me in bed, and I was like, ah, yeah. What's your favorite movie? Like horror movie? What do you?
Oh man, whew. Like that's all I'd ever watch is like horror movie. Probably It's like an old 80s horror movie called
Hmm.
Night of the Demons.
I haven't I've never watched it. I've heard of it though.
Yeah, it's like I think it was made in like 89. I mean, it's like a cheesy horror movie, but it's it's a horror
Yeah.
movie I love watching. I love Night of the Demons and the killer clowns from outer space.
Oh yeah, I do know what you're talking about.
So they're my
Hmm.
like top horror movies. Like I could watch them all the time, even though they're
Yeah.
the acting isn't good and it's cheesy horror, but
Yeah,
it
yeah,
makes it
that's
fun.
yeah, no, that's literally I'm a fan of scary movie. Like
Yeah,
the
yeah,
like the actual scary
yeah,
movies, the
yeah,
when they make fun of
exactly.
actual horror movies. Like, and that's I don't know what it is actually that kind of draws me to those. It is just like a
No,
feeling. I like being scared that way, if that makes sense. You know?
nice, nice. And for Halloween, like, are you doing anything for Halloween? Like, are you going to
Right.
any parties or dressing
Right.
up?
Right. I'm gonna be honest. Don't have anything planned yet,
Okay.
but emphasis on the yet. So so I was recently at Six Flags
Yeah,
um
yeah.
with a couple friends, and so that was very cool as a pre-Halloween thing. But if you're
Hmm.
talking about the actual 31st, I don't know. I honestly don't know. I was talking to a couple of friends, and one of them, she was like, I'm planning something. I'm not gonna tell you what it is. Just know you have to have a costume. And I'm like, all right, all
Oh,
right.
okay.
So there's something going on I'm not aware of, but yeah, there's totally something. Also because coming from Italy in my country,
Yeah.
in my generation, Halloween has been a big thing as in the US, but in my mom's
Mm,
generation, for example, it didn't cross the ocean yet
gotcha.
as an actual thing. So
Gotcha.
I've always done it. My family loves it, but it's not like we've always done things, but they were more like we meet at a person's place, at a friend's, we have dinner, and
Mm,
we watch like scary shit, but it was never like an actual going out or like doing something extra. So it's
uh,
actually my first year in the US for Halloween. So I'm excited for that.
oh wow, really?
Yeah, I let it handle to my American friends.
Oh,
I'm like,
that's
you guys
amazing.
do the work. Yeah. Yeah.
Nice, nice.
Hmm.
Oh man,
Yes.
there's so
Mhm.
many good haunts like around here, like
Oh yeah, totally.
especially in Philly, like there you got the Eastern State Penitentiary. It's called Terror Behind the Walls, and it's a haunted prison, and it's
Hmm.
freaky.
Yeah, I'm actually gonna say something. You reminded me of it. Uh, I think I'm allowed to say this in terms of like
Okay.
NDA things, but uh, we filmed a part of it. I'm not gonna tell what, at a very haunted place, one of the most famous ones of the United States.
Really?
Yes, for I was there for just a day because we filmed that. I didn't have more scenes there,
Yeah.
but I know friends from the cast, they kept filming there, and it was the the Waverly Hills. The Waverly Hill um, Sanatorium, whatever that's called. I don't
Yes.
know if you
Yes.
know it, but that I'm telling you, that place. As soon as I walked in, I'm like, you guys, what's wrong with this place? You can feel what's wrong, like the energy and like,
You could feel the presence, right?
oh no, totally. There were some creepy things. They left. There were like toys around, like small like balls that I don't know, like children
Yeah.
toys, and
Yeah.
I was always afraid to turn around and see one moving, and for real, but that was very cool for even for the purpose of the movie to be filmed like in one of those. And there's a scene there I have, and I'm running on through the like I'm on the stairs running, and
Okay.
the director after that she goes, well, I was with a couple other people from the cast, and she was like, that was great. And I'm like, yeah, because that's method. Like I'm actually shitting my pants here at night. So I was taking that in, you know what I'm saying? So I was like, I'm letting myself be affected by it because I'm telling you, I'm sorry, the computer just like kind of moved. If you have
It's all right.
if you ever have the opportunity to go see that place, I feel like you'd be a fan.
Oh man,
Yep.
I
It's
definitely want to
closed though.
go
I think it's
now.
yeah, I think like you have to have a sort of permit or like go on a scheduled tour of the place.
Oh,
Yeah.
okay, okay, I
Yeah, yeah.
got you.
Hmm.
Damn, that's awesome.
Yeah. It is. I was thrilled. I was also kind of scared of the place itself. But and everything adds to it, to
Yeah,
the
definitely,
movie.
definitely.
So it's cool. It was
Oh
very cool.
wow. And what kind of music do you like? Like, what kind of songs do you like listening to?
Oh, uh, um, if I could show you my playlist, you would find the Lion King theme, and then
Nice.
after that, you would find American Horror Story songs.
Yes,
But then you would
yes.
also find Beyonce and random local Italian artists. So like
Okay.
I'm very broad in this sense. Like it's I'm not like an album person. Like I don't
Yeah.
listen to like albums from singers that I like. Like I don't go
Yeah,
by
yeah.
albums. I just pick I have the specific songs in each, uh I don't know. For example, I would, like I don't even know a lot about it. About like albums and things. I don't. For example, hairstyles, the most recent thing. I don't know all the songs. I don't listen to all the songs. I just listen to the couple. Like the couple that I like. Boyfriend and Matilda. That's what I'm saying. Like I don't have like it depends on the mood. So maybe there's the moment in which I feel like, today I'm gonna listen to, I don't know, like a very, like as I said, Italian local, and then the minute after I want to listen to Rihanna. But
Nice.
I would say always on the, it's always pop. It's not.
Nice.
It's never. Well, actually, I kind of
So like
lied
more like pop and dance over like
yeah,
rock, right?
yeah. I mean, I have some
Okay.
throwbacks. I have some. I do listen to Betty Davis Eyes, or like
Oh
um
yeah, yeah,
or
yeah.
like
Definitely
you
know
know
that song.
Smells Like Teen Spirit.
Yes, yes.
Just like it depends on the day, actually. You know.
Nice,
Yeah.
nice. That's a great song. I love that song. Smells like
Yeah. It's
Teens Fair. Like definitely get
oh
then.
yeah. And I have like I'm nostalgic of a period I wasn't even alive in. Like when I
Yeah,
listen to them, like, oh my god, like I miss it, and I'm like, I'm like, girl, I was never there, like, but I miss it. You know what I'm saying?
I know,
Uh,
right?
it's like
Exactly.
when I watch. I don't know if you watch or if you're a fan of Stranger Things.
Oh my god, I love that
Yeah,
series.
yeah. I'm like I feel like I missed something from like I feel like it's personal. Like oh my god, I miss those days, but I was
Yeah,
actually never there.
yeah,
And
yeah.
it's a beautiful thing to me. It happens. I'm like they kind of draw you in like that.
Oh my, yeah, definitely. Yeah,
Yeah, yeah.
that's an awesome series. Like I love
Mhm.
that series.
Oh yeah,
I'm
Stranger
really
Things.
curious to see what's gonna happen with next season.
I'm so scared. I am literally so scared. I saw. Yeah, yeah. I don't want. I don't even. I'm not even talking about it. I'm just gonna see what happens. I'm just see what happens. I'm a huge fan.
Yeah, I'm a huge fan too.
Yeah.
That the actor Noah Schnapp is actually going to school here in Philly.
Oh yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
That's cool. That's cool. I didn't know that.
Uh-huh. I haven't seen
Mhm.
him yet. I probably would be like, "Oh my god, it's Noah Schnapp."
Yeah, yeah. No, totally, totally.
Yeah. And I know it looks like you're in amazing shape. You look
Oh,
great.
oh,
And
thank you. Yeah. Were we
yeah,
getting to like
and
that?
I was wondering what you do to stay in shape because you look amazing.
Okay, first of all, I appreciate that. Um, I I don't know. I don't actually. I don't want to sound like I don't know, like I'm showing off or anything. I just don't do anything. I'm not I don't have a skincare. I don't do anything for my hair. I don't do like there's a just reminding me of something. There's a video of Jennifer Lawrence
Yeah,
at the Oscars. It's an
yeah.
old video, and she'll get an interviewed or something, and there's someone asking like, "What's your process? You know, what do you do to what do you do tonight?" And she was
Uh-huh.
like, um, I showered and then and yes, and then I did my makeup and then I went to the Oscars, you know, and like, and I feel like I am Jennifer Lawrence in that way. Like I don't have
Nice,
seriously
nice.
like I don't have I don't I've if you're talking about sport wise for my whole life I've practiced English horse riding, the show jumping
Oh
version of
wow.
it.
Get
Yeah,
out.
yeah, I kind of had to in Italy, you know, so like now I don't do that anymore on
Yeah,
a
yeah,
regular
yeah.
basis. I have, you know, I have my mom and people that we trust that are taking care of my horse and at the stables in Italy and everything. And so she still trains my horse, but I
Oh,
don't
that's awesome.
with my mom, you know, and but yeah, when I was in Italy, I've for my whole life I've done that. And in the while doing it, I've done like competitive swimming for like
Hmm.
5 or 6 years. So I've always been like a very sporty person.
Oh yeah,
um,
well, that's why you stay in shape then.
yeah, I don't, and I kind of miss it right in now because I don't do it now because
Yeah,
you know
yeah,
college
of
and acting
course.
and everything. I try to. I just don't. I haven't had the stability yet to
Yeah,
be like, okay, now I'm gonna take that back and put it back in my life. But yeah,
yeah,
that's basically
exactly.
what I did. But as what I do in my daily life, I'm Jennifer Lawrence. I don't do anything. Yeah,
Oh, wow, okay.
I don't
Well,
do anything. I
you,
I was supposed to,
it,
actually I was supposed to get a haircut. I just didn't. But
your hair looks fine. Why do you need a haircut? No,
oh,
I'm
trust me, it's gonna be a quarter of inch. You're not gonna see it. You're not gonna
okay.
see it. You're not gonna see it.
Yeah.
Yeah, yeah. I'm that person.
Okay. You know, I think it's those genes too, because you lived in Italy. You're coming from Italy, so you
Mhm.
you you got the good skin and the
Is
hair
that
and
is that a thing? Is that a thing? Like, is that popular? Is that like a thing that is known? I didn't know that. Like, you know, but yeah, I have actually my family. We um a part of my family is on like a branch of it is on the border, lives on the border, like from Switzerland, Italy. You know,
Oh no, yeah, okay.
yeah. So we're like all over the place. We're taking over the country. I'm telling
There you
you.
go.
Yeah, 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 yeah.
Do you ever miss it? Like, do you ever miss being there since you're living in New York now?
Yeah, I miss the conviviality. If
Yeah,
that's
yeah,
a
yeah.
if that's a word.
Hmm.
Like I miss, when you kind of grow up in a country and after 20 years I've always traveled a lot. So like New York wasn't new to me. I,
Oh,
I'd
okay.
always I'd always been in New York for various reasons in my life.
Oh,
But
nice,
yeah,
nice.
but I of course miss it in the sense of I miss my habits culturally.
Yes, exactly.
Um, but life is about compromises. So I couldn't do what I do. I couldn't do what I do now in Italy. So
Hmm.
acting wise and everything, and it may sound weird, but like I'm not as comfortable as I am acting in English in Italian. Like I'm not comfortable.
Oh,
I'm not that comfortable acting in Italian. So I think it'd be interesting for me to just give it a go, try
okay.
it just to see what happens. But it feels like probably the bilingual people out there probably understand this sometimes, but I don't. When I speak my first language, Italian, I do feel it's actually me speaking. So
Nice.
I unconsciously don't let myself experiment things. When I speak English, of course, it's still me, but it's not as personal. So
Yeah.
I can go places that I feel less comfortable with in Italian. So and that's very interesting to me. I but I just want to try to see what I'd be interested to see what happens in in Italian. But that's what I said. Like I miss it. I miss my life there. I was actually recently I was home the last 2 weeks of August,
Oh, okay.
right before Demon Hunter. And yeah, and I kind of needed that. It was 9 months that I was here, and I'm like, I need to go home for like a couple of weeks. you know?
Nice. Nice.
Yeah, yeah.
Oh, wow, that's awesome. And
It is. I mean, I I bring my culture into my daily life here, of course, but it's not
well, good, good.
as being at home and everything.
Well, yeah. I mean, it's not like being home, but like at least you bring it to your daily
Oh,
life.
totally, totally.
Like
Yeah.
you're still you. Like you're carrying yourself
Oh,
from
yeah.
Italy and you're bringing it to your life here.
Totally. Yesterday, I told you I filmed my audition, and then my friend that helped me, I was like, I'm gonna do
Yeah.
pasta for you now. I have my little things. I
Nice.
yeah.
Well, from what I was told, I never been to Italy yet. I always wanted to go since I am
Hmm.
Italian. Like,
Yeah.
but,
Yeah.
but
Uh,
I heard the pizza and pasta in Italy is so much better than here. Is that true?
okay. This is a very interesting topic because American pizza is very good to me. Like,
Okay.
like
Okay.
they're just very different from Italy and the US. But I wouldn't feel I don't generally like to say what's better because like I think they're just different.
Yeah. Exactly.
I and
Exactly.
like but this is about pizza. Pizza, yes. Like I know what you're talking about. Like there's the American one and the Italian one. They're different,
Yeah.
but I really do like American pizza.
Oh, okay. Okay.
Pasta, I can't say the same. Like I not because just because when you're used to something,
Yeah. Of course.
of course like I try something else. I'm not saying I don't like it, but it's just that what I found like as what I find that is very different is the things that in the US everything is over flavored to me.
Yeah. 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 Yeah.
So we have one flavor for one meal in Italy. So flavor in sense of like if it's if it's like pasta with salmon or whatever, it's just pasta with salmon. So like there's not going to be anything in it, and even with like a sandwich or burgers or
Yeah.
anything, we have like one flavor and one thing. And I'm not
Yeah.
saying I don't enjoy the flavors and like all the spices and things that they're here. It's just very different. So like I wouldn't normally go to it because I'm not used to it,
Okay.
but yeah, but they are different, and you should go to Italy. You should go to Italy.
Nice. Nice. Yeah,
Yeah.
I definitely want to go. I
Hmm.
really do.
Yeah. Yeah. Totally.
And
Totally.
where could fans follow you at?
What was I'm sorry.
Oh, where where can fans follow you at? Like where what
Oh,
your
oh, oh, I'm
pages?
sorry, I didn't hear. Yes, I am mainly on Instagram as my full name, Enea Pagni, and underscore underscore, and that's my main channel. I'm also on other platforms. I'm on
Yeah.
Twitter, but I never use Twitter. So,
I
but
don't think
anyway,
anyone does.
no, really, I'm like, is that little white bird a thing? You know. So yeah, I'm mainly on Instagram, but on any other platforms, it's literally the same user everywhere. My username, it's the same. But Instagram, yeah, I'd say Instagram is my main form of expression communication. So whenever you guys want to, see any updates or just curiosity, that's where to go. That's
Oh,
where to go to. Yes.
sweet, sweet. Well,
I mean, I have, it's still through Instagram. There are in my, on my Instagram, you can find like, I have a website and everything, for my
oh,
portfolio and
nice.
thing. So, but it's still through links on the bio of Instagram. So I feel like that's the main, that's the top of the pyramid, you know? Like, yeah.
Well, I want to thank you so much for coming on, and I'm really happy to actually talk to you face to face. I mean, it's fun talking to you online too, but I'm really happy I got a chance to
Yeah.
actually see you face to face.
I thank you for having me. And as you said, I'm a fan of talking about things. So I'm really happy that, that that you had me here to talk about my movie and daily aspects of life. I was really happy about that. And yeah, I got to know you, as you said,
Yeah, definitely.
on a three-dimensional scale and not just a chat, you know.
Right,
Yeah,
exactly.
exactly. So thank you for the time and the
Of
interest, of course.
course. Of course. You're
Yeah.
really awesome. I
Oh, thank you.
I
You too.
Yeah, you're so
It's really nice
awesome.
to talk to you.
I really love talking to you, whether it's face to face or online. Like
Yeah.
I have
Mhm.
fun talking to you. You're really great.
Thank you. Appreciate it.
Definitely.
Appreciate it.
All right, buddy. I'll let you
I
get
will.
back to what you're
Yes,
doing.
yes. And yeah, I can't wait to see this. Once it's published and everything. I
Definitely.
Yeah, I'll talk to you soon. Thank you again for having me.
Of course, bud.
Yeah, have a great rest of your day.
All right, buddy. You too.
Thank you.
Bye.
Bye.